We're here today at Lincoln Way West High School for Your Light Still Shines. This event is a memorial to honor International Overdose Awareness Day by providing community education, resources, raffle prizes, and spread community hope.
We want to give a big thank you to all of our coalition members and vendors who were here today to make this event such a wonderful memorial for the lives that have unfortunately lost. So thank you again to everyone continuing this wonderful tradition.
Hi, I'm Patrice Martin, and I am the director of the Grief Support Program at Lightways Hospice and Serious Illness Care. We're here tonight just to make sure that the community knows that we provide free grief support services to anybody who's experienced the death of a loved one. The services include counseling, support groups, workshops, different special events throughout the year to help people honor their person that they lost. So everything that we provide is free of charge and also available in our office in Joliet and virtually.
Hi, I'm Raven Fisher with Nave Wellness Center. We're a mental health therapy services group located in Frankfort on Lincoln Highway and about 82nd Avenue. We service clients of all ages and backgrounds. So from children through adults, we work with predominantly individual mental health therapy services, as well as couples and families and some group therapy services as well. We currently have a grief support group running. And we just are grateful to be here, to be able to be a service to anyone that's in need, anyone that has any concerns about their mental health, going through any sort of life transitions, be it the transition back to school for kids and teens, be it the transition with parents dealing with their kids being in school, any of that. We're just so grateful to be able to let the community know that we're available and we're here. We take most insurances as well, including Medicaid and Medicare. So if anyone you know may be in need of mental health therapy services, feel free to reach out. Again, we're Nave Wellness Center. You can reach out on our website at www.navecenter.com. That's NAVEcenter.com. You can give us a call at 1-877-YAY-NAVE. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Denise Taylor with Endeavor Health Linden Oaks Hospital, and this is Leah Stewart with me. We have an outpatient location in the Mokina area where we service people with general mental health disorders and just general mental health disorders. We have outpatient counseling and day programs, and we're real close to New Lenox now, so I don't know if I'm going to say anything about the counseling center.
Yeah, we have PHP, IOP, so day programming, and then we also have follow-up care for a variety of mental health and substance use issues.
I'm Lori Kehoe from SunCloud Health. We're located in Naperville, Northbrook, and Lincoln Park, and we treat ages 12 and up for mental health issues, substance use disorder, and eating disorder, along with trauma. You can find our website at suncloudhealth.com. Thanks so much.
Hi, my name is Mary Ann, and I'm a representative for Families Anonymous here in New Lenox. And what we are is a 12-step program, and we are here for families who are struggling with loved ones with substance use disorder. It is a disease. It's been clinically proven. And the families who are struggling can come to our meeting, and when they walk in our room, they will never be alone. They will feel comfortable. We've all been there, and we've all been through it, and we all get it. So you can contact us at fa.newlenox@gmail.com.
Hey, I'm Chris O'Brien, and I live with Solid Ground Sober Living. They have men's and women's houses in the Joliet area, 3 men's houses, 1 women's house. If you need to contact Solid Ground Sober Living, you can call or text 630-740-0479, or you can email them at solidgroundhousing.com.
Hi, I'm Natasha from the Recovery Community Center of Joliet. And we are here with the Day 29 program as well as the Jazz program. You can see all of the community events that we have to offer. We also offer a resource lab, peer support, support groups, naloxone training, and much more. You can reach us at 815-660-0325 or info@rccj.org.
Hi, I'm Cherise Stillwell, and I facilitate support groups, educational groups for family members that have a loved one with substance use disorder. Also for grandparents who are raising their grandchildren, many of which are raising their grandchildren because of the biological parents having substance use disorder. So if you would like more information about our support groups, you can feel free to email me at familygroupshelp@gmail.com. familygroupshelp@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hi, we're with NAMI Will Grundy, and we are a support and education group for folks that are working on their mental health, because everybody has mental health. And we have classes where you can learn how to help yourself, how to help other people. We have all throughout Will and Grundy County some meetings where you can come through and work with people that have similar issues that you have or similar concerns. For more information, if you just want to go online, we have our website at namiwillgrundy.org.
My name is Gerald Lund, Executive Director of Sauk Valley Voices of Recovery. We're a recovery community organization serving Lee, Whiteside, Ogle, DeKalb counties, so northwest Illinois. We're out here today because we've just opened a new women's sober living home, 42 beds in Rock Falls, Illinois. We also have our annual RecoverCon conference in October, on October 11th at NIU and DeKalb. So if you'd like more information, 779-707-0151 or our website, svvor.org. That's Sam Victor Victor Oscar Robert.org. Thanks.
Hi, my name is DeMarcus Wilfong. I'm with Sam's Club of Joliet. I am our community engagement partner and sales and training membership manager. We're just a part of the community. Sam's Club is always about families, businesses, and everything that you can think of. So, of course, we are that one-stop shop for anything you're looking for, from as far as just products, food, services like optical, pharmacy, and our tire and battery department. But ultimately, we love being at events, being out in the community so that we can give back, share whichever way we can possible, and possibly donate whatever way we could. So if you guys are ever interested, or you have an organization or event that's going on, we're always open to hearing about it and seeing how we can help. All you have to do is stop by your local Sam's Club, which is the Joliet location that I'm out of, but any local Sam's Club you're able to be close to, feel free to stop by, and we're always able to help you guys out.
Yes, from the Will County State's Attorney's Office and the Will County Problem Solving Courts. I'm here this evening at the Your Light Still Shines event on behalf of Jim Glasgow and the State's Attorney's Office to basically network and communicate with all of the partners in our community to let them know about our programming here and finding out ways in which we can help impact the community in a way whereby we can end this opiate addiction and epidemic. If anybody has information about our programs or seeking information, they could always reach out to me at my mobile number, 815-405-0368. Thank you so much.
I'm with Acadia Healthcare, and I'm a treatment placement specialist. I help clients with care coordination. So if you are in need of any mental health for outpatient, residential PHP or IOP, I help find the best clinical and financially fit program based off clinical needs, whether that's mental health, substance, eating disorders, PTSD, trauma, or personality disorders. That's about it. Sorry. Oh, and my phone number is 312-937-2403. You are welcome to connect anytime via call or text.
We are a residential treatment provider for men here in Joliet with 3 locations. We are able to provide a 28-day targeted program for men who are struggling with substance abuse. We're an abstinence-based program, and we are in network with most insurances, including all the managed Medicaids and most commercial insurances as well. We rarely have a wait list, so we're here to help in any way that we can. So you can contact us at ecstherapy.org to look at our website and get information on how it is that you can get services with ECS. Thanks so much.
Hi, Jenny Demko here with Chestnut Health Systems. I am a prevention specialist, which means, I help people understand on how on how substances will affect you long-term wise so that people can make a decision for themselves. I got into this line of work because my predecessor that I knew for numerous years came to me and said, you should go for my job. And we talked further, and I am in this job, and I am here today because I lost a niece to an overdose. She was all alone in her car, no drugs, no paraphernalia, and so it was evident that she passed away somewhere else. Nobody helped her, and they just put her back in her car. And luckily, the judicial system found that person, and he's in jail. But it's real, and so I don't want anybody else to go through the pain that we've gone through, and try and save every kid I can. Contact can reach me by email, gcdemko, DEMKO, @chestnut.org.
Okay, I'm Brittany Ringo. I'm the Director of Business Development for Silver Oaks Behavioral Health Hospital. We're located right here in New Lenox. Silver Oaks is actually one of the newest freestanding psychiatric hospitals within the state of Illinois. We're owned and operated by U.S. Health Vest. Our hospital provides acute behavioral health services for individuals starting at age 12, adults, and also our senior populations. One thing that I really like about Silver Oaks is we have a dedicated personal approach to addressing the needs of behavioral health, acute behavioral health matters within our community, each different patient at a time, within each different family. Our hospital is literally one call away. We're located right across from Silver Cross Hospital, directly on their campus. We're their dedicated psychiatric provider. We see patients from all over the state of Illinois, but we predominantly serve the residents within Will County. We're here today to be able to continue to bridge the gap between mental health and substance abuse. A lot of families are here to be able to get resources on the substance abuse available services that are available within this area. Mental health and substance abuse go hand in hand, so we want to be able to work together to bridge that gap and just making sure that families are well informed on the services that they have within their area.
Hi, we're here with the Sheriff's Office Hidden in Plain Sight trailer trying to educate parents and anyone really over the age of 21 about some warning signs of teenage use or misuse of common household items and things of that sort. We do have some documentation, and we are giving out Narcan as well. Stop in and see us while we're here tonight.
Hi everyone, my name's Modi Lavin. I'm from the Road Home program down at Rush University. We are a mental health clinic for veterans, active duty military, reserve and guard, and their family members struggling with PTSD, anxiety, depression. We are a no-cost mental health clinic, and we're very well known for our 2-week program, and it's called the Accelerated Treatment Program. And we fly veterans in from all over the United States, and of course our residents here in Illinois. And it's taking maybe about 6 months of weekly appointment therapy appointments and condensing it down into 2 weeks. We have nationwide recognition for this outstanding program in the reduction of PTSD symptoms. And we are here in New Lenox to help Will County residents, their veterans, their family members, and any service members that are active to let them know about this program, that it's free, and we're here to help them. Again, thank you, and we hope we see you next year as well.
Hi, I'm Kate Russell, and this is Adam Russell, and we are with the Russell Recovery Sober Living. And we provide sober living facilities to men and women who are transitioning out of drug and alcohol treatments and are looking for a safe, sober living environment. We currently have 6 sober living facilities. They are all located in Will County in the Joliet area. We have 5 men's houses and 1 women's house. If you are looking for men's sober living, you can call 815-714-2885. And if you're looking for women's sober living, you can call 815-651-8450.
Hey, my name is Paul Hempel, and I am a treatment advocate for Recovery Centers of America. You know, this is our signature event with a lot of resources. These resources really helped me in my own recovery when I got here, whether that was getting into treatment or having a place to go afterwards. So that's what we offer here. We have everything from detox, inpatient, outpatient services. More importantly, we work with a lot of organizations to make sure people have a place to go to on day 29 when they come home from treatment. Thanks. My phone number is 815-751-7795.
Hi, my name is Nisha Stringfellow. I'm the Executive Director of Heart Life Ministries Recovery 180. We are a grant-funded program through the Illinois Department of Human Services and the state of Illinois. We are the referral hub to lead people to resources and support for hope through recovery for mental health, substance use, unemployment, and displaced housing. We are happy to serve the community through resources all throughout Will County, Grundy County, and Kankakee County. There are 45 ROSC, Recovery-Oriented Systems of Care, in the state of Illinois, and there's one near you. So any help you need, look us up, hlmrecovery.com.
Buenas tardes, me llamo Magdalena, soy la coordinadora con Heart Life Ministries Recovery 180. Tenemos recursos para recuperación, incluyendo problemas mentales, problemas de alcoholismo o sustancias. Si usted ocupa cualquier clase de recurso, por favor llámenos o vaya a nuestra página heartlifeministries.com. Gracias.
Hi, I'm Julie, and this is Vicki. We are from the Joliet Living Room. We're part of Trinity Services, and we're a crisis center. So we offer help when people are in mental health crisis. It's free, no insurance, 365 days a year, and anything else that we can think of. Open 24 hours a day. We have several groups that we offer to that are also free. So let me give you our number. So the Joliet location is 779-341-5090. Orland Park also has a location at 708-981-3370. Thank you so much.
My name is Joe Leonard. I'm with BVL Boxing Solutions, and we're here today to offer what we have for all the people in recovery. We offer a membership of people that are in recovery, a 1-month free membership. They can come check the gym out, kind of do different boxing workouts, and just kind of get that stress off of life.
Hi, my name is Patty Tucker. I work with the substance use initiatives out of the Will County Health Department, and our goal is to hand out Narcan, which we don't have on the table right now because we're going to pass it out after all the speakers. And we also hand out test packs for fentanyl and or xylazine. We have lots of resources available at the health department as well. And if you wanted to reach out to anyone, the phone number you would reach is 815-727-8521. Ask for Connie Dwall.
My name is Leslie Rodriguez. I am with the Will County Health Department, part of their behavioral health program. I am here representing our program, trying to make the community aware of the therapy services that we offer at the health department. We do therapy for kids, adolescents, adults. If anyone would like to come get services with us, they can always come directly to us at our Ella Avenue location, 501 Ella Avenue. We also have 2 other locations, one in Bolingbrook and another one in Monee. If they want to call and make an appointment, 815-727-8521.
Hi, my name is Jason Moss. I'm a board member for HERO. HERO is the Heroin Epidemic Relief Organization. We're an organization, we offer education, grief and family support, as well as Narcan distribution. We have the Hidden in Plain Sight trailer, which is a mock-up of a teenager's bedroom to give parents the warning signs of substance use. We've been around about 15 years, and the easiest way to get in contact with us is the herofoundation.org.
So my name is Connie DeWall. I'm the program manager for the Will County Substance Use Initiatives program, the got naloxone program, out of the Will County Health Department under the direction of Dr. Kathleen Burke. Thank you. When you have a planning committee, I guess you should plan an MC too, and we didn't do that, so here I am. So we're going to get right into it. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed the informational tables, and the purpose of why we're here is to honor Overdose Awareness Month and International Awareness Day, which is Sunday, I believe is the 31st. And those who have passed away. And I'm horrible with words and I'll get emotional. So I'm going to go right into our speakers this evening. The theme of our program was, we've had lived experience folks speak, we've had parents speak, but I don't think we ever touched on children or even siblings who have lost another sibling to this. And so we thought, let's go in that direction and hear how it affects a young person in a home. Personally, the support that they possibly have to give to their parents, maybe growing up faster than they would want to, and kind of maybe sometimes being lost in the shuffle. So I want to introduce our first speaker. I don't know, did we have an order? Because I'm just going to have Jada go first. Or you have Katie go first? Okay, well then forget it. Why do you need me? Okay, so Katie Hollingsworth. Katie, correct? Yes. Michaela. I don't know. Michaela. She looks like a Katie, but that would be her mom. So anyway, Michaela.
Do this. Oh, cool. Feel like I'm trying to teach my parents how to use technology. I'm Michaela. I'm 23. My brother was an addict. He suffered for a really long time, and as many of you know, addiction is not a singular disease that someone goes through. It affects friends, families, relatives, pretty much anyone in the addict's life. I'm going to talk about some of the things that affected me personally due to my brother's disease. One of the things that I grew up realizing was that the world was not really a safe place, which is not something a child should have to experience. At 10 or 11, his disease put a lot of emotional strain on me. Sometimes I would come home feeling like I had to walk on eggshells just because I didn't want to set him off. And that was really hard, having to feel unsafe in my own home, where that should be a safe space. I felt a lot of conflicted feelings growing up, just about love and resentment. I did love my brother, but I also resented some of the things that he did and the way he acted sometimes. I had to just push through that and realize that the disease is not who he is. It's just a really mean, destructive part of who he is. I internalized a lot growing up because I felt a lot of shame and embarrassment about just him and his disease. I didn't speak to any of my friends about it because I knew that they wouldn't understand coming from an outsider perspective. I didn't find a support system my own age until I reached college, where my roommate actually had a sibling who was also an addict, so I felt seen and understood in that aspect, and that was really nice. Growing up, and I guess a little bit now, I still feel like his struggles kind of overshadow my own achievements. Not to undermine that his struggles and anything he went with, but I did feel invisible growing up sometimes, and that was really hard because I felt like I had to be independent from the get-go. And even though, of course, my parents supported me, it felt like I was an adult in a kid's body, which was really hard to deal with. There was a lot of pressure I felt put on myself to be the good kid. My parents were already struggling with all of my brother's quirks, So I felt like it was my responsibility to lessen that pressure. So however I could do that, I did. And I think that also fed into my hyper independence. So even now, I struggle with asking for help, opening up to people, trusting others when they say that they're there to help me. I went to school for criminal justice and forensics. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, kind of flip-flopped between law enforcement and crime scene technicians. I ended up, and I'm currently a 911 dispatcher. I felt like his choices that affected me in my life made me want to be in a chaotic situation that I could control because I had so much chaos that I couldn't control growing up. So when people call me in a panic, I want to be that calm voice saying, I hear you, let's step back, take a breath, like, we're gonna be okay. And yeah.
So I'm not as well as a speaker, so I do have it all written up, so I will be reading it right off of here. Okay. Hi, my name is Sloan Dwyer. I'm currently a senior in high school, and on January 8th, 2024, I lost my 21-year-old brother, Landon, to fentanyl. I've thought about this speech for a while and how to make it appealing to the public, but the truth is, addiction is ugly, painful, and unpredictable. Nothing about it is appealing. I spent the last year and a half trying to maintain a normal teenage life while fighting the label of being the girl with the dead brother. Although my brother physically died only a year and a half ago, I lost him years before then. 2017 is when it all began. My brother was an excellent athlete, but unfortunately his body paid the price. He was only 15 when he had a spinal fusion, where he was then prescribed opioids as a painkiller. What began as recovery quickly turned into addiction. He spent months in and out of rehab facilities. I barely knew who my brother was anymore. As much as he was suffering, my family was too. They say people who struggle with addiction either recover, end up in prison, or die. My brother was one out of 80,400 people that died of an overdose in 2024. That's 80,400 families mourning someone close to their heart. While yes, addicts are physically struggling, their loved ones are mentally struggling. I personally will be talking about what it's like to be the sibling of an addict. And while I can't speak for all, I can speak for me. Me and my brother were never really close, as we had a 6-year age gap. But something we always said to each other was, well, when we get older, we'll get closer. I thought we had all the time in the world. I really always thought my brother would beat addiction. He was one of the strongest, most dedicated people I've ever met. But unfortunately, the drugs were stronger. Landon was not weak. Addiction is not a choice. It's a chemical dependency, one that we will never understand. It's not one of those things that you decide one day, oh, this isn't good for me. I'm gonna stop. But I was only 9 when Landon's addiction started, and I didn't quite understand that. I remember being so angry that he wouldn't just stop, because in my head, it seemed so easy. If it was so bad for him, why wouldn't he just stop? I saw things that a 9, 10, 11, or any age-year-old should not see. The white powder on the counter was no longer powdered sugar. I'm the youngest in the family and naturally felt helpless. Watching your siblings struggle and your parents tear themselves apart thinking they went wrong somewhere was so confusing. What could I do? I was only a little girl. But now I'm 17 and I know exactly what to do. While I couldn't save my brother, my goal is to save others. Oh, I'm not done. Anyways, I'm speaking today not to share a sob story, but to spread awareness. Me and my brother never got the chance to know if we would be closer when we were older, but maybe if the world zoned in a little bit more on the opioid crisis, my brother would have still been alive today. Grief is one of the strangest things I've ever felt, and balancing that with high school has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. People are mean, and I've heard a lot of dead brother jokes. That's what makes grieving as a kid different than an adult. Going to school surrounded by kids that have zero empathy, maybe because they just don't understand or just don't care, has made the grieving process that much harder. I've learned a lot about people since the loss of my brother, mainly those who really cared and those who didn't. I notice more now. I notice when people are struggling, I notice when people are lonely, and I notice when people are hiding sadness with a mask. This grieving process has been hard, and some days are harder than others, but I truly think I've come out of it as a better person with a more open mind. I used to be so terrified when people would tell me I reminded them of my brother, because I didn't want to end up like him. But now it's one of the biggest compliments I could receive. My brother was smart, resilient, strong, and wore his heart on his sleeve. Who he was high was nothing like the sober Landon. Anyone would be so lucky to have someone like Landon in their life. I find myself questioning why this happened to my family, but now I know it's because we were meant to speak when others stayed silent. So I will speak and speak and speak until I'm out of breath, because everyone's siblings should see them walk the stage at graduation, get married, and meet their nieces and nephews. All things my brother will not be there for. And I think that's the hardest part of it all. I grieve what me and Landon could have had, not what we did. But at the end of the day, I knew who my brother was deep down, and I will always be proud to call Landon Gabriel Dwyer my brother.
How's everyone doing today? Good afternoon. I just want to take a moment of silence for the people that cannot make it today and the people that are still trying to find peace. My name is Jada Moss. I attend Moments High School. I'm just a normal teenager. I play softball. I'm in student council, and I'm a volunteer with my father at Hero. Very good organization, I will say. Additionally, I take law enforcement at KAC for an extra credit to potentially work at the DEA for criminology. I have a loving boyfriend and a wonderful best friend and a very supportive family. And I can't forget my organization, Hero, because they shaped me today to make this speech. Because if I didn't have anybody, I wouldn't be able to stand here today. However, I carry a dark childhood that I can't fully explain. It involved family battling addiction and still battling addiction. I spent time between my dad's house, my mom's house, and my grandparents' house, growing up in an average trailer park with a hint of townhouse living. If you know, you know. I witnessed my dad's struggles with addiction, including being too high to stand in courtrooms and hospitalization. There were so many nights where I wondered where my dad was and when I would see him again. As a little girl, I spent nights crying and wondering what could happen to him. I remember one particular incident down the street in a breakfast place. Sorry, guys. I'm really nervous. I can remember sitting in the restaurant and suddenly 6 police officers arrived and took us out of the restaurant. My dad unfortunately had a warrant out for his arrest. I remember sitting in the police cruiser with the chef's wife because it was cold outside and I had to wait until my dad's girlfriend came to come pick me up while he was sitting and being investigated. I watched in horror as my dad was read his rights and taken away faster than you can say your ABCs. At that young age, I received looks from parents and teachers and police who were aware of my situation. While I felt the judgment, I couldn't comprehend why they chose drugs over us or why my parents would say one loving thing and then do the complete opposite. Until the night, I couldn't bear the constant feeling of walking on eggshells, keeping my chin high and my shoulders back, and I just simply accepted that this was my life. I felt the loneliness and realization that love wasn't real, and I feared that my dad would end up like my two uncles and my grandfather. I also felt that once I found peace and everything would go downhill once I did. This fear led me to self-sabotage and stuff, but hey, we all have our mental problems. But on the bright side, at the time, I had a litter and a full, my bad. 3 full bread pits and a bunny in a medium but warm room, 2-story house with a rope swing, because when I didn't want to be in this world and I couldn't face my dad, I would just go swing on that rope swing and reality would go away. And I wouldn't fear anything, but I'll just say that there was a lot of fear and anger and mental illness, but also so much hope that things could be normal. I just wanted my dad to be there for me, but he wasn't present for many of my softball games, volleyball games, cheerleading, and little kid basketball. He was also absent for my one and only daddy and daughter dance. Today, I understand that he was battling his own demons, his own childhood trauma, and a disease that wants to cause suffering to you and your family and will do it at any cost and no matter what. But thankfully, he's been sober for over 7 years now. Thank the Lord. My mom is also finding her way through sobriety, but that's okay. We have many resources here today and everywhere around the world, so if she wants to get clean, she can, but she's doing really good right now. But, however, not only does sobriety change your mind, but also it changes your soul. You see things, hear things, and learn things that you've seen before, but this time it only clicks. And you're mentally prepared and physically prepared. Despite all the wild emotions I've experienced, I have an opportunity to share with you that life can be better. Today, I could depend on my dad, my friends, and I could seek advice from him and dang, my phone died. Hold on. Today I can depend on my dad, and me and my friends could ask him for the advice, and he says most times, and I quote, "I've failed so many times that I can tell you what's wrong, but I can't tell you what's right." Wait, it's the opposite. And I quote, "I can't tell you what..." I practiced this speech so many times, guys. I promise I'm better. It's my first time. He's taught me so many things that I could never have been taught. He's taken me to events in the DEA in Washington and camping, actually. He taught me that sobriety can actually change people, that it just takes time. I know that I messed up my speech and that I can't remember it, but the one thing I can tell you, maybe you will hear me speak again, but the one thing I can tell you is that trends change overnight. People don't change overnight. It takes time for people to change. Just don't give up. You always have to keep hope in your mind, because it took my dad 7 years to get clean, and he is 7 years clean to this day. My mom has found her way through sobriety and the drugs, and she is showing me, and I am starting to feel the love that a family should feel, and I am hoping that I will have another chance to speak, because honestly, people deserve to know what it's like as a children growing up in addiction households on how it affects people, because it really does affect the mental and the physical ability. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cry. I do.
One more round of applause for our speakers, please.